both sour and sweet. A childhood memory filled with nostalgia. Why is this fruit widely cultivated abroad, but increasingly scarce domestically? The answer is truly heartbreaking. Let's take a look at how the United States cultivates this fruit. This fruit, known as raspberries abroad, is different from the Chinese medicinal plant Rubus chinchii, but both are valuable. Workers prepare the soil by tilling the land, then use soil loosening machines to break it apart. The prepared land is shaped into rows, and fresh raspberry roots are planted in pre-dug trenches. The trenches are then backfilled with soil. Half a month later, the newly planted roots begin to sprout tender shoots one after another. Before the raspberry seedlings grow too large, wooden stakes are installed, and wires are stretched to help shape the branches later. When the raspberry branches reach a suitable height, workers bend them into arch-like shapes. As new branches grow to a certain length, they are guided along the original arch, leaving enough space for machinery to operate smoothly. During winter, the raspberry leaves fall off completely, but there's no need to worry, they're still alive. When spring arrives, they grow new leaves. Early July marks the flowering period for raspberries. Workers bring bees from other locations to pollinate the flowers. Once pollinated, the flowers fall off, and the familiar green, cone-shaped raspberry buds appear. Their tangy, refreshing taste makes your mouth water just thinking about it. September is the harvest season. After confirming the ripeness of the berries, harvesting machines are brought in. A single machine requires 2 to 3 people to operate. The machine, resembling a large brush, reaches into the plants and shakes vigorously, knocking off the ripe red raspberries, while leaving the unripe ones on the branches. Every 2 to 3 days, workers harvest again, continuing until all the raspberries have been picked. The fallen raspberries will be transferred to plastic trays at the end of the machine. Each tray holds only a thin layer of fruit to prevent the berries from being crushed. In China, raspberries are primarily harvested by hand, which is highly inefficient. Workers must navigate through thorny bushes, making labor costs high. Supply often falls short of demand. Additionally, red raspberries have an extremely short shelf life, often lasting only a few hours. This is one of the reasons why red raspberries cannot be cultivated on a large scale in China. Once the harvester is full, the berries are transferred to large trucks and transported to processing plants. Most of the red raspberries sent to the factories are turned into fruit jams. Jam is a common condiment on dining tables in Europe and America. Workers place crates of red raspberries onto conveyor belts. The machines empty the trays of berries onto the line, and the trays are sent back for reuse. The berries are washed with high-pressure water jets, after which workers manually remove damaged fruits and unwanted debris. The processed raspberries are transferred to the end of the machine for juicing. These are the seeds filtered out during the juicing process. The mature seeds can be used for planting. The resulting raspberry pulp is packaged in plastic barrels. This pulp will be used to make beverages and jams. Workers seal the filled barrels, and the pulp is quickly sent to the next processing plant for further refinement. High-quality red raspberries, however, are not made into jam. They are reserved as fresh fruit for consumption. After washing, whole raspberries are carefully selected. Machines gently dry the berries by evenly vibrating them, ensuring their surfaces are uniformly dried. Dried raspberries are less prone to damage and much easier to store. Workers at the end of the machine pack these berries into boxes and send them to cold storage for preservation. In China, mechanical harvesting of red raspberries is not yet implemented, making labor costs extremely high. Even though raspberries are highly nutritious, their large-scale promotion remains challenging. For those born in the 80s and 90s, this fruit, fondly remembered from childhood, still evokes nostalgic memories. Do you remember the taste of these thorny berries?